In the last episode I managed to prime the engine bay, albeit with some mistakes, but after many hours of sanding, refilling, sanding again, I got this. Which looks terrible, yeah, but I have managed to reprime it, and at the end of this episode we should have a fully painted engine bay. So let's get on with it. With the epoxy laid down, it's time to flat it, and I'm going to block this out, and you can already tell there's a difference in the texture between this and filler. Is that the blocking out just seems to stick a lot better. You'll find this the finer and finer you go. I don't remember going that fast actually, but there we go. It's just a case of hand sand it off and figure out where the rough bits are. So the bay's all sanded back and it looks smooth, feels smooth, and ready for high build. Now this is the high build primer. It looks like Greek yogurt. I don't think it tastes like it though. So I'm just going to lay down a mist coat to allow everything to grip. Just going to take it steady. No rushing. I managed to find a speck of dust just before I started spraying, which that was a bit of a near miss. So the high build primer went on really well actually. It's thicker than I remember doing it the first time, although when it came to the second coat onwards, I think I put 3 down, 3 and a bit. I added more thinner, so originally it was 10%, I went up to about 15-ish. It's hard to tell because you've only got like 10, 20, 30. That was smoother, but then this is meant to be, goes on thick, you sand it down, and everything's then, glass smooth and great to paint on. I'll show you some in a second, because I'm about to start yet another day of sanding, which seems to be my life now. And the plan is to go from 320, 400, 800. The 400 and 800 shouldn't be too bad. Basically, 300 is going to do the heavy work. The 400 is getting rid of the scratches from the 300, and the 800 is doing the same for the 400, and possibly for the 300, I'm not sure. So I want a, again, really smooth thing, and I'll be blocking it out because, as I'll show you in a bit when I've done the 300, it'll look smooth, and then you'll see all these fine scratches. A bit like if you've gone and caught your car on a bush or something, or the garage door like I might have done. Haven't really talked about that, so yeah, let me show you what it looks like anyway. Right, so this is it. I did a bit of sanding here. I have put 2 riblets in that I've forgotten about, so I've already sanded those, but this is clearer here. So I gave it a quick sand, did both of them dry, which I'll probably do them wet instead because it makes the paper go a bit further, but this is done to 400, so you can see what sort of texture it's like before. Hard to pick up on the camera. Actually, that's picking up all right. And it's very peeling, but that's part of it. So I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed at all. So, sanded it to 300, then sanded it to 400. And if I grab the blocking out, annoyingly, you can't really see it. I've actually done a better job than I thought. Easily. And the stroke's going that way. So if I hit that with an 800, once I've done everything else, these sorts of lines will be much finer. And that'll be perfect for laying paint on. Because really you want to be hitting that with 1500 onwards. Maybe 12, I'm not sure. Depends on how bad of a job I do. Yeah, what's great, because it's also gone on thicker, is I have no runs, which is always nice. decent coverage. Now, there's a few things I need to do. I've got stone. I'm going to do all the sanding today, as far as I can get. I'm going to put some stone chip on the inner wings because that's to be painted over. So it's better to get that on now, and then if I get any problems, then I'm all right. We'll go from there. I'm also tempted to mask off this area. So we've got these pieces here, both sides, the under radiator panel, the support, and underneath the scuttle here. So that bit. Originally I did them white, and then I painted them black because these bits stand out and they look a bit rubbish. I'm not quite a fan of it, and I'm going to put some actual blanking pieces in here, which it should have anyway, which will be black, so it'll look weird. So the plan is to paint all these bits black, so it gives it a nicer look, in my opinion. So I've managed to finally flat the engine bay. So I've done 320, 400, 800. I've not really filmed much of it because, let's be honest, it's boring. I know that because I'm doing it. But I'll show you in a second. I'm about right to start putting this on. I'll show you what I'm on with. Right, engine bay. You can see I've started masking some stuff up, but this is very smooth. Got rid of all the slight issues. I've got a little bit of breakthrough on the primer down here, so I've just sprayed some on. I'll sort that out tomorrow morning. Now I am ready to paint the engine bay, apart from that bit of primer, but what I need to do is Schultz, stone chip, whatever you want to call it, the under the wings, because of the welding repairs I've done over here, the welding repairs I've done throughout where I've like stitched up holes and whatever else, and I've got to let that stuff dry before I can paint over it because I'm not using the Raptor tintable. I couldn't get hold of it. So I've had an idea of, if I spray that today, I'm going to mask off under here, just what I want to do is paint all this black. I can do those bits, leave it overnight, and that should be this bit done. Sorry, this bit done under the slam panel and the radiator brackets and whatever. And then our first job tomorrow is, let me think, paint over the stone chip in white, take all the masking off in here, remask this area, and then paint the engine bay white, and that should be everything. But we'll see how we're doing for time. It's good to get all this stuff covered as well. I'd forgotten really how patchy it looked because of all the repair work and other bits I've done. This stuff sprays pretty well. I've not had to mix anything. It's just been sprayed down. Now it's on with the black. I could have made it a bit hard to get in the bay, but you know, I'm in there now. I'm just using a rattle cam. This is some satin black that I bought from Halford, and it lays down really nicely actually. There's so many little surfaces I've got to try and get to. It's actually quite a difficult thing to get right because every time I look, there's something else I've missed, like the front piece. So I've masked that front area off, painted underneath. Now it's time to do the bay. So let's get the gun filled up and we'll go. Like before, I'm just laying down a grip coat. That's what it's called. Bit more bits that I've missed. So what this is a very fine coat, not too heavy. I'll leave it for about 10 minutes when I've done it all. and then this will help a proper coat stick. So what you're trying to prevent is any runs. I've never done this before, and it probably shows in the work that I've done in the past. I think one thing I've learned from all of this is patience. Like, I have to walk away between the coats, and not get carried away because there's a bit of colour on, which I seem to be doing that all right. So I'm about halfway through with the full coat at this point. Can't remember which coat it is, but going on okay. I've had to tweak the nozzle a few times between the bulkhead and the inner wing, so it's easy to spray the bulkhead vertically and the inner wings horizontally, but I think that's just how I'm doing it, and it's going on okay so far. I'm pretty happy. Now the paint's had a couple of days to dry, I can start to take all this masking stuff off, and I am so happy. I feel like I'm getting my garage back. Slight error with the masking. It's pulling this up, but I can always just go back and repair it. It's nice to have the garage back again. I think having all this sheeting up to do the bay has been quite claustrophobic in a way, just because I've got no space. And now I do have slightly more space. I haven't got much space, but I've got more. And generally, I'm happy. It's not the worst painting I've done. It's definitely not going to win me any shows, and I'm going to have to go back and rework some stuff because I didn't get a run, but I did get solvent pop on this wing. I got some dust in it from somewhere, and it's pretty bad. It's looking cratered, so I'll go back and sort that. I've obviously got the drip rails to do, but they could be masked off separately, I believe. And I've also got some stuff to do on the body. As I mentioned, there's the door where I caught it on the garage door, which was my own stupid fault. And then there's been some stuff as I've been moving the car around over the last couple of years and doing work. I have chipped the paint, I've scratched it, I've done all sorts of stuff, which it's inevitable. And again, it can be repaired, but yeah, probably shouldn't have done that. But let's take the positive from it. We've got an almost white engine bay, and yes, I need to do those changes, but I can start looking at some of the steering and suspension, which is the next big thing, because I've got to rebuild the steering box. I'm working on that currently, trying to get the pitman arm off, which is bloody impossible. The suspension doesn't really need anything other than the clean up. I'm going to put some helper springs on and change the strut tops to have captive nuts. But again, that's not a big change. So I'm hopefully have those ready. I want those ready so that when the engine bay's fully done, I can let it cure for a little bit before I bolt stuff on, but I can start, they can go straight on, essentially. Brake lines and wiring loom and all that stuff can start to head towards the car a bit more, which is, it's going to go quick in that respect. I need those out of the way because they're taking up too much space, and
it also means that I can then have more room for the engine, because I need to start working on that as well soon. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you learned something, mainly from my mistakes. And if you've got any pointers, please let me know. If you're new to the channel and you've stuck, if anybody's watched this long deserves a medal. So thank you. I appreciate it. And have a great Easter. Bye for now.